You ever have one of those days? The ones that start with a small, insignificant mistake and then spiral into a full-blown catastrophe. You spill coffee on your shirt. Now you're late because you have to change. You rush out, hit every red light, and get stuck in traffic that wasn't there yesterday. You finally get to work, flustered and behind schedule. Your boss gives you the look. Your focus is shot. The whole day feels like you're playing catch-up. And it all started with a stupid cup of coffee. This isn't just bad luck. It's a failure to see the system. We're taught to think in straight lines. A causes B. Problem, meet, solution. If you're tired, drink coffee. This is called linear thinking. It's simple, it's satisfying, and for most of human history, it worked just fine. If you're hungry, hunt a mammoth. Done. But our world isn't a straight line anymore. It's a chaotic, tangled, interconnected web. And applying linear thinking to a web-like problem is like trying to untangle your headphones by pulling on just one end. You get a promotion, which means more money. Great, but it also means more stress, less time with family, and new political battles at work. The solution created 3 new problems. You start a strict diet to lose weight. You succeed, but you become irritable and constantly hungry, which strains your relationship with your partner. Your weight goes down, but your life satisfaction plummets. This is the classic whack-a-mole problem. You solve one issue, and 2 more pop up in its place. You're constantly busy, constantly fixing things, but never actually making progress. The antidote to this chaos is a rare and powerful skill: systems thinking. Systems thinking is the ability to see the world not as a collection of separate items, but as a network of interconnected elements. It's about seeing the whole, not just the parts. A linear thinker sees a sick plant and waters it. A systems thinker asks, is it the water, the soil, the sunlight, the pot size? Are there pests? What has changed recently? The core idea is feedback loops. This is where things get interesting. A feedback loop is when the output of an action circles back to affect the original input. There are 2 main types. First, the reinforcing loop. This is a vicious or virtuous cycle. It's a snowball effect. The more you have, the more you get. Think of anxiety. You worry about a presentation. The worry makes your heart race. The racing heart convinces you that you're definitely going to fail, which makes you even more worried. It's a spiral. Or, on the positive side, confidence. You do well on a small task. This gives you a confidence boost, which helps you tackle a bigger task. Success breeds success. The second type is the balancing loop. This loop seeks stability. It tries to close the gap between where you are and where you want to be. It's self-regulating. Think of your body temperature. If you get too hot, you sweat to cool down. If you get too cold, you shiver to warm up. The system is always trying to get back to 98.6 degrees. Or hunger. You feel hungry, so you eat. Once you're full, the hunger signal stops. The system has balanced itself. So, where do we go wrong? We constantly mistake balancing loops for linear problems, and we try to fight reinforcing loops with the wrong tools. Let's revisit our friend who's tired and drinks coffee. Linear solution, tiredness. Coffee, awakeness. But what's the system? Tiredness leads to drinking coffee. The caffeine gives you a short-term energy boost, but it disrupts your sleep quality later that night. Poor sleep leads to more tiredness the next day. And what do you do when you're more tired? You drink even more coffee. You've created a reinforcing loop of dependency. The solution is now the primary cause of the problem. You're trapped. So how do you start thinking in systems? It's a muscle you have to build. Here's a simple framework. Step 1. Stop blaming. Start mapping. When a problem arises, your first instinct is to find a single person or event to blame. Resist it. Instead, grab a piece of paper and map the system. Who are the players? What are the key elements? Money, time, morale, energy? Just write them down in circles. Now draw arrows to show the relationships. How does one thing influence another? Don't judge, just draw. More work hours leads to less family time. Less family time leads to more stress. Step 2. Look for the loops. Once you have your map, trace the arrows. Do they form circles? Are you looking at a reinforcing snowball or a self-correcting thermostat? Identifying the type of loop is crucial. You don't stop a snowball by standing in front of it. You stop it by removing the snow from its path or reducing the slope of the hill. Step 3. Expand your time horizon. Linear thinkers focus on the immediate effect. Systems thinkers ask, and then what? What are the second-order and third-order consequences of this decision? What will happen in a week, a month, a year? This delay between cause and effect is where most problems hide. The city that builds more highways to solve traffic is a perfect example. First-order effect, less traffic. Yay. Second-order effect, people realize driving is easier, so more people drive. Third-order effect, traffic is now worse than before, and the city is more polluted. Step 4. Identify leverage points. In any system, not all connections are created equal. Some points have enormous influence. These are the leverage points. It's the small hinge that swings the big door. Often, the most powerful leverage point is the least obvious one. For our coffee drinker, the leverage point isn't the coffee itself. It's not about willpower. The leverage point is the evening routine that leads to poor sleep in the first place. Fixing that one small thing, like not looking at your phone an hour before bed, can break the entire negative cycle without a massive fight against caffeine addiction. This isn't an academic exercise. This is a survival tool for the modern world. When you're arguing with your partner, are you arguing about the dishes? Or is the state of the sink just a symptom of a larger system of unspoken expectations and stress? When your team at work misses a deadline, is it because one person is lazy? Or is it a systemic issue of unclear goals, poor resource allocation, and a culture of fear? Systems thinking pulls you out of the drama of the moment and lets you see the machine that's running the show. It's the difference between being a pawn in the game and seeing the whole board. It's not easy. Your brain loves simple, linear stories. It craves a villain and a hero. Seeing a system requires patience, humility, and the willingness to say, it's more complicated than that. But once you start seeing the loops and leverage points, you can't unsee them. You'll stop wasting energy on symptoms and start making small, elegant changes that create massive, lasting results. So next time you feel stuck, next time your solution creates more problems, stop, breathe, and ask the most powerful question you can. What is the system here?